It is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and welcome to day 29 of Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. I cannot believe that it is the 29th. And she has picked out this fun sketch. This sketch is super intimidating. I look at this sketch and I'm like, oh my gosh, where is the pattern paper? Like, that was my first thought. I was like, I see a bunch of mixed media, and I see two photos. I don't see embellishments. I don't see pattern paper. What am I going to do? I'm like, okay, I'm just going to try to embrace this sketch. So the first thing I'm going to do, other than picking out two photos, so I have a big photo and a little photo, I am going to kind of draw those two rectangles on either side of the paper. And so the cardstock that I'm using is the Marshmallow cardstock from Basil. And I just drew lines with a pencil. And then I am going to take my Heidi Swapp Color Shine in black. And I am going to use just the nozzle and draw the lines. So this is my first part. I'm like, okay, so I'm embracing this kind of squiggly lines. Like, I can do this. Then I was like, okay, now there's like extra lines up here. And honestly, in hindsight, I do really like how this turns out. But in hindsight, I think that I might have stitched this. So where the black is, I think I would have done stitching and then added mixed media on the top of the stitching. So I'm trialing out my photos. My photo on the left-hand side is obviously bigger than the one in the sketch. So I have to make a little more scribbles, and I decide to add some splatters. So that is going to be that part of it. And then I'm going to let it dry. And by letting it dry, I mean putting it in front of the heater next to me. So now I am pulling out some shimmers in Gilded Jade. And normally I add some water to this and to soften up the color, but I like the vibrancy of this. So I am putting it on straight out of the little container. So here are my photos, and I couldn't just leave it like that. So I am going through the ephemera that I have left from the Sunny Days collection, as well as a couple of pieces of pattern paper. And I'm liking it definitely better because I am getting more color on there. I am getting more paper. I do have an issue with more is more, and maybe it's not an issue. It's just kind of the way that I scrap. I am not minimalistic, and I love pattern paper. So the more pattern paper that I can actually get on a layout, the better. And I knew I couldn't do a ton this time, so I really had to kind of focus and just get what I could. So I have two of these pieces that say "This is the Life," and it has like waves on it, and they're in green, and I thought that was perfect. So I'm actually trimming them up, adding the waves in other little places, and just leaving the "This is the Life" up there at the top. And then I have this washi tape that was sitting on my desk, and it's just black with some little plus signs on it. And I thought that was good. It kind of brought that black up in a little bit more of the area. And then I had asked Amber, I'm like, it still needs something. And so she suggested backing it in black. So I have this black piece of pattern paper. It's Basil, and I am just going to frame my layout. Now I'm looking at it and realizing, okay, three sides look good, but for some reason that bottom section, that fourth spot, is super wonky. It goes up at an angle, and I just have to kind of deal with it. So I had these stickers hanging out on my desk as well, and the green in it is just perfect. So I figured just adding some of that greenery in a couple of spots would be good since we are in the woods and he's fishing, and it is a picture of his fish. So the last thing I'm going to do is go through my wood veneer, and I'm going to add a few little pieces. I wanted to get an arrow on there that points at the fish. That little teepee is so cute, and I'm so glad that that made it on, as well as a banner and that one that says snapshot. So you will see in the final photos that it obviously wasn't dry, and I do have some smudging, but I'm okay with it. That's kind of the messy look to the layout. So make sure you head over and check out Christy and Christina, and remember to wear your crown. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.